And Harry richer than the royals? Really? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you. Hope you're all keeping well today. Whatever you're doing, as I say, keep safe, keep well, and let me know what you're doing. What do you get up to on these days? When, yeah, I know you're watching me. I know that. I can see you watching me. I can. Someone said the other day, wouldn't it be frightening, Neil, if you could really see through the camera? Wouldn't it be frightening for you if you could see through the camera? The bottom line is, I remember when video phones, do you remember, came out or were coming out in the late 80s, and everybody was in panic, weren't they? Because they thought that the minute you pick the phone up, you could see what the other person looked like. And of course, when we answer the phone, people don't necessarily see you. But have you done that thing with your phone where you've actually switched on the camera by? You have. I know. Shocking, isn't it? And you think, no, how do you get rid of the camera? Too late at that point, You might not be looking your best. You might have just got out the shower or the bath. You look like a beetroot, that sort of thing. This is the problem with technology. We've got to learn it. We can do this together. Don't you worry. Just be careful not to tap camera whenever. No, I'm being serious. Shocking when you think about it, isn't it? Back as ever to your breaking royal story of the day. Yes, richer than the royals indeed, because if you remember, when Harry and Meghan first went on one of their mega tours to South Africa, this was the one where she bleated about that nobody had asked her how she was coping, with the stooged answers and rehearsed answers and questions by the ITV presenter Tom Bradby. And if you remember, of course, that really caused quite a sensation. The other story, allegedly, which came out from that particular story, was that Meghan couldn't believe that she wasn't being paid to meet and greet people. Now, I find this story quite hard to believe, actually, because when would she ever have been paid to meet and greet people? Nobody knew who she was. I remember when she first came to London, nobody really knew. People just turned away. She was desperate for attention, wanted to be on a reality show, wanted to get into Strictly Come Dancing. She wanted attention. She's got it now, though. But the bottom line is, according to a very good source out in Montecito, Meghan feels that the plan, her and Harry's plan, is really cementing. This is because she feels that finally they have their financial independence, but at what cost? As we know, they've cemented their deals virtually through basically trashing their own families. Not necessarily Meghan herself, though. You have to step back and say she hasn't really come out and attacked her own family. Some might say she did with the book, particularly her half-sister Samantha. But of course, then she spoke about her family with Oprah Winfrey, but refused to go into a lot of detail. She left the trashing, the money-making of family to her husband, Harry. Not the brightest, you know what I'm saying? But now, because they've accumulated so much money, Meghan, according to a very good source, has said, well, you see, there is another life, there is another way of living, and there is another way of finding financial freedom. Yes, there is, dearie, but the bottom line is, what are you leaving in the wake and quake behind you? For Prince Harry, it's going to be very difficult ever to retrieve the public sympathy or indeed the public adoration that he had. And he truly was very popular, at points sometimes even superseding our late and beautiful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, in the popularity polls. That is well and truly trashed. But for Meghan, who's always been about making money, right from the get-go with her small roles in movies, trying to set up her own vlog, and then, of course, monetizing simply everything, even to this day, she's more than happy with this. And as she's pointed out to Harry, according to that good source, they've now created their own revenue stream, which can only get bigger and bigger, all thanks to those brand new titles bestowed on their two children, which still remain a mystery to many senior royals. And many senior royals would also like a little bit more insight into those children. It's a story that is developing. Let me explain. As soon as I find out more, I'll share more with you. But right now, do you agree with the fact that Meghan and Harry have made themselves super rich? At what cost? Neil Sean in the very heart of the United Kingdom.